One of the things that in my research for this coffee Samso was that I came to realise that where you are, most people will say, "Oh, you're in Africa," so straight away, immediately, there's a jurisdiction question that comes up. But Nigeria is actually a well-established uranium mining nation. It has a province that has been sort of uranium province. So, to me, when I view the company and the projects, the jurisdiction issues, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, it's lesser, and you're in a province that what you're drilling or what you're looking for is known to be there. So, to me, it's almost like a unique situation where you are in a nation where it's producing. It's unlike even if in Australia you don't get that benefit, I guess.
One of the reasons, or a few of the reasons why these assets, when we saw them, were important to us was, one, because of the region. So we're in the Timbersoy Basin in Niger. Our assets are basically sitting in the same geology as Orano's mines that have been operating and producing uranium in Niger for around 50 years, since the 1970s. Also in the region, you've got these significant deposits that are held by Global Atomic, which is a TSX listed company, and also GoviEx, which is listed on the Venture Exchange. And they have these significant deposits, and then they're on the verge of development. In fact, Global Atomic, I think it was last week, they did a blast. They had 800 people on site, and it was basically to start their underground mine downhole opening. So that part's exciting. Niger itself is a jurisdiction that understands uranium. It's been one of the most significant producers of uranium globally. As I said, been producing for at least 50 years. The government is really supportive and encouraging and wanting to get mining happening as soon as possible. So you have a regulatory basis for us to actually work with that is pro-mining and understands uranium. The other part is that you've got a workforce in the region that understands uranium, you've got infrastructure in place, and as I said, you've got these two giant companies that have got significant market caps like Global Atomic and GoviEx, and also Orano, obviously, who've been operating there successfully for many years. So for us, they're all ticking the right boxes. And as I mentioned in the first instance, I've spent a lot of time in Africa. So I'm supported on the board by James Eggins, who is the non-executive chairman of the company, and also Quinton de Klerk, who is a non-executive director. Both of these gentlemen, are very distinguished in their careers, have a significant amount of experience also operating in Africa and in operational environments. Our technical team have a significant amount of expertise, not only in the jurisdiction, but also they're competent people for the commodities and have been operating in those jurisdictions that are relevant to them with the commodities for a long time. So, from our point of view, I think we're feeling very confident and comfortable in that environment, and really believe that all we've got to now do is get on the ground and continue with our exploration work in order to build the asset.
That's very important things. I speak to so many companies here, and I think it's very important. I always stress, projects management and the team, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't take into account. Yeah. Especially if you're working in sort of harder places. It's almost like goal, to have that system.